What's going on, everybody? Nick here. Welcome back to Groovy Thursdays. It's great to have you here. I'm doing a little something different this week. I'm actually sitting behind the drums while we're talking about this week's groove. I just thought it'd be a little something different and kind of a cool way to go about it instead of sitting at the desk. If you like this, let me know in the comments below. I'd like to see what you think about this whole thing. And if you like what's going on here at Groovy Thursdays, I humbly ask that you would like this video and share it with all your friends. Hit the notification bell so you know when all the Groovy Thursdays videos, the new ones, come out. And subscribe to the channel. Keep on bringing the comments and suggestions for future grooves. I love the comments and I love the suggestions. It really helps me out quite a bit. With all that being said, let's have some fun. This week's groove really is super cool, and it's an iconic groove. The band is Coldplay. The song is Clocks. The drummer is Will Champion. What a name. My name is Will Champion. I play drums for Coldplay. I'm a superhero. He could be like so many things with that name. Will Champion. You could say it like this with the low, deep voice. Will Champion. Never met the guy. He's probably a very cool guy. He's a great drummer, great singer. And this groove, like I said, it's iconic. And I don't know if they ever set out to make it like that, but it turned into something huge. And what's cool about this groove is that it works in a lot of different situations. It's simple, but it's very cool. So let's get into it. This groove is really cool because in its simplicity, it's really musical. I've used this groove or variations thereof of this groove in so many recording sessions since I learned it back in the day, right? I've used it for my band, Big Big Train, in certain sections of tunes. I've used it for all kinds of other recording artists that I've been blessed to record for. And it's a great groove if you're a studio musician and you're playing for all kinds of people. This groove is definitely something to have in your arsenal. And you got to play it right, and you got to play it with feeling, and it'll add a lot to so many songs. Another cool thing about this groove is it makes money. It's one of those grooves that just makes money. I just mentioned I played it on a lot of recordings for people. The band Coldplay obviously made a ton of money off of this song and this groove. This groove is also cool because even if you're not a musician, you never played drums, you have no idea what music even is. You know this groove. It naturally seeps in. That's cool. And if you play this groove like any simple groove I've gone through here on Groovy Thursdays, if you play it with attitude and feeling and you get into it, it could be very satisfying. Okay? You don't have to play it exactly like it is on the record. You learn it there and then you morph it into all kinds of things. That's what I've done. That's what you should do. And it is a really good tool for that. Another thing about this tune and the band Coldplay, whether you're a fan of the band or not, I mean, a lot of people say, oh, they love the first couple of records and the band got too poppy later on. I mean, that doesn't matter. You can't deny the power and the reach of this band. This is a worldwide band. They are huge. Last August, let me tell you how big this band actually is, if you didn't already know. Last August, they played 6 nights in a row, all sold out at Wembley Stadium in London. Now, Wembley Stadium, when it's packed, that's their soccer stadium, or their football stadium, I should say. When it's packed, it holds like 90,000 people. They sold it out 6 nights in a row. They had a residency at a football stadium. Okay, so this band has huge reach all over the globe, and this song is known all over the globe. So I'm going to stop talking now. Let's get into it. It's a pattern. It's a 3-3-2 pattern. It's in 4/4. 3, 3, and 2 equals 8, right? 8 eighth notes. 4/4. It's very even. But you just play that 3-3-2 pattern over and over again. The thing about it is to not get lazy. So the groove goes like this: 1 snare, 2 kicks, 1 snare, 2 kicks, 1 snare, 1 kick. You just play it over and over again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. Once you have that pattern between your snare and your kick drum sorted out, the 3-3-2 pattern, take your lead hand, whichever hand you use to play your hi-hat or your ride cymbal, and start with just playing quarter notes. Check it out. 1 2 3 4. Then take away the kick drum and hear how the snare drum goes off the ride cymbal for a second, but then right back on with it. Here it goes. 1 2 3 4. right? So it's 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1 with your snare, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4 with your ride. That's a nice piece of independence right there, just between your two hands. Once you add in the kick drum, you got some great three-way action going right there. And I'm talking drumming three-way action. Don't get all kind of sick in the head out there, people. Three-way action between your two hands and your feet. Here we go. Cool. So now we're just working on the independence right now. We're not talking about feel just yet. Okay, that was really stiff and blah. But the independence is there. You want to add a little something on top of that? Play your hi-hat on the quarter notes too. Check it out. So you're playing the exact same thing with the hi-hat foot and your ride cymbal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can play the hi-hat foot with your snare drum. Play that rhythm. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right there with this very simple pattern, you have 4 different independence exercises right there. Now let's get into the feeling aspect of this particular groove. Whether you're playing that exact song, the song Clocks, or you're using this groove in some other situation. You're going to play eighth notes in the right hand, in your lead hand, not just quarter notes, okay? So the eighth notes are going to drive the groove forward. And you're going to play it on ride cymbal and hi-hat. So let's do it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. One thing to think about here when you're playing those eighth notes on your ride cymbal, in my opinion, don't just play with the tip of the stick and have it all be even. Give the ride cymbal some life, some juice, where you play with the shoulder of your stick and you sort of crash the ride cymbal at the same time. This Sabian Anthology high bell ride is great for that, but whatever cymbal you have, doesn't matter. Go back and forth and let the ride cymbal sing and breathe in this particular groove. Let me see if I can demonstrate it for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It starts to add a lot of flavor to the groove, right? So take that same sort of feeling and do it on the hi-hat instead of the ride cymbal. Sort of like this. 1, 2, 3. Some stabs with your snare and your hi-hat work well in there. That kind of thing in the middle of the groove. So all of those little nuances add to the flavor. And just play it with passion. You want the backbeats, the snare hits to be powerful. To me, they all sound like rim shots. Maybe earlier in this particular song. If you're going to play the song, you play a little softer earlier on, a little bit harder as the song goes. But still, you want them just to stand out. So you want the groove to be moving forward and you get that pumping motion. And just before you know it, if you're going to be playing this song at a club, you'll get the whole crowd, dancing along with this particular groove. It really is a powerful little thing. Then, after you play it like that, morph it into something completely different. Play with your toms. Just kind of do whatever feels good around your kit, but try to keep that 3-3-2 pattern. Let me see if I can do it for you. Something like this. And remember, just go hog wild. Do whatever you want to do in that pattern. Here we go. I was just fooling around right there, but you could do anything you want within that groove, within that pattern, and you still have the basic undercurrent of it there the whole time. And there you go. The Coldplay groove, or at least what I'm calling as the Coldplay groove. They have lots of other grooves, but this one is the iconic Coldplay groove. Get in your musician circles, play this groove, and I bet you 9 times out of 10, all your friends are going to go, oh yeah, that's that Coldplay thing, right? It just has that thing to it after all of these years. It's iconic, but again, super musical, fun, and a great tool to have in your arsenal. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, everybody. Hey, and one more time, if you like this thing where I'm sitting behind the kit and talking about the groove and playing a little bit at the same time, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you like it. And if you do, I'll keep doing this. I'll do it more and more as we go on. Have a great week, everybody. Cheers.